Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, it's the else the A. You already know. If you don't know yet, see how cool you are new to this channel, so please go down and hit the red subscribe button to become part of this very beautiful family. So today we are going to be talking about marriage and sex. I know a lot of people are like, marriage and sex, is it not obvious when you're married you have sex? Let's talk about this issue in depth. Sex is very, very, very important when it comes to marriage, not just because people say that sex keeps a man or sex can keep a woman, but because sex is very, very secret and very symbolic when it comes to matrimony. When you lie with somebody, generally speaking, not just matrimony, when you lie with somebody, when you have sex with somebody, your spirits bind together. You guys, you know, yourself, everything merges. Both of you guys, as you guys are binded in bed like this, your spirits are binded as well. So beware of who you go and have sex with, because the amount of people that you work and distribute your spirit to and work and collect from would have an effect in your life. So be very careful. Okay, let's go back to the topic of today. Sex is very spiritual, as I said before. So it is something that God created for marriage because he knew that when husband and wife meet, there is a spiritual strength that will strengthen their marriage and that will give them understanding of each other to get by their difficulties of that day or of that week or of that month. What happens now if your partner no longer has that thing that used to really move you, that really used to bring you to the mood? What if he doesn't have it again or she doesn't have it again and you fall out of love for that person? I don't know if this is correct, if people fall out of love, or you're not sexually attracted to that person anymore. What happens? Can you deny them sex? Can you say, okay, I don't want to have sex again in this marriage, I just want to have my peace, let's change our rooms, have your own room, I'll have my own room, let's go our separate ways and raise the children that we've had already? Most frequently, I've heard of people complain of this when they've had like 3 children or 4 children. The woman then decides or then turns to look after the children more than she now meets her husband's needs sexually, or she becomes more attached to the children, so much so that she only comes to bed when her husband is already asleep and she is tired as well, and there is no sexual intercourse between them. They go months without having sex and the marriage is deteriorating. Why does this happen? The truth is that when you grow older as a human being, your sex drive, it reduces, your libido, I think that's the way it's called, it reduces, your urge for sex reduces, especially as a woman. For men, they can still sustain it up to a certain age. That is why you can see a man who is still having a new wife at the age of 60, but it's difficult for you to see a woman at the age of 60 who is going around chasing young boys or small boys or wanting to get a new husband. That is because women tend to lose that libido at a very young age or earlier than men, as per se. So what happens if you start feeling this way? You have to look for a way to still enjoy sex. You have to look for a way both partners to satisfy each other. The first thing that I've always spoken about when it comes to relationship is communication. You have to be able to communicate to each other. I cannot overemphasize the need or the essence of communication when it comes to relationship. Communication does not only mean that when you guys are in a long distance. There are partners who live in the house who don't communicate effectively to each other, who don't talk about the important things. Maybe they just talk about, oh, your food is ready, oh, let's go to this place, oh, your clothes has been ironed, oh, welcome back from work. Those are all of the things that they're trying to communicate about. But the most essential thing that they are supposed to communicate about, they don't communicate. They don't communicate that to each other. So with whatever, I'm not an expert when it comes to sex or when it comes to sexuality or when it comes to, you know, sex drives and all of that. But when you start feeling that way, I think that when you start feeling that way, you should contact your partner and talk to them. If you've lost interest in them or they no longer sexually appease you, maybe physically or maybe in bed, there is always the need to communicate. When you guys get married, you become a partner, the Bible says that 2 become 1. So you don't have to be ashamed to talk about certain things. I know that a lot of people are not outspoken, but when it comes to your husband, you guys have already seen the worst. He's already seen you naked. She has already seen you naked. So what is there to talk about? Why you guys always get naked? There is nothing difficult in that. You sit down and communicate. You know, I think that everybody should know their sex drive. You know, For man picking, maybe not the way they check you. For woman, maybe sabi the way they check you. So that you go fit tell your partner, make your partner, he know say, now this thing they check you. If you don't tell them, how are they going to know? What I just said is, every partner should know their sex drives. Every partner should know what turns them on. You should know what turns your partner on, and in turn, your partner should know what turns you on. Like, if you don't know, you can ask. There is no harm in that. Ask him, what do you like me to do, or what turns you on? What is that thing that when I do, it takes you away from this world? I know some people look like a man that don't spoil off it. Of course, I'm married for 2 years. What have I not seen in sex? So, guys, you have to ask and know. And you have to, if your partner is too shy to ask what turns you on, or your sex drive, or your body, you have to communicate that to your partner. I'm saying this because some women, because it is very difficult for a woman to reach orgasm, it is always very difficult for a man to let a woman get to orgasm. But it is easier when a woman has communicated to a man and told him what she likes and what she feels that can easily get her to satisfaction. Same, in fact, for men, they can always find their way. They can always find their way. That's what I think, because I'm not a man. But if a man is watching this video and you still feel like your wife does not satisfy you when you come to bed or when it comes to sex, you have to communicate to her what you like. You guys need to get dirty for you to enjoy sex. Okay, if you're married and you guys don't discover and explore yourselves and explore your sex drives and explore everything, how are you guys not going to get tired just after your first month or your second month of marriage? The truth is that when you just get married, people are firing back to back, back to back, back to back. But first month, second month, third month, after the third month, fourth month, it is now back to back. After the first year, is back to back. You know, that's how it keeps dropping. It keeps dropping. But if you guys don't find ways to make each other love and feel loved, to make each other get attracted to each other, like if you don't find ways to attract yourselves together, that's how your sex life is going to decrease, and you guys are going to path more further from each other, especially if you have children. I keep saying this because children can really drive couples, you know, abrace, or children can really separate couples who live in the same house. They might not even notice that they have separated, or they have gone far away, or they are distant, or they have been distant from each other because they have found something to do which makes them both happy, which are the children. But the children are not supposed to come and make you guys forget about what you used to share when it comes to intimacy. Sex is the core when it comes to marriage. Don't let anybody tell you something else. When it comes to marriage, sex is very important. It is not just a means to make children. It is not just for procreation. If God made sex just for procreation, like people who are not ready to have children would have not been having the urge to have sex. But sex is something that when it comes to marriage, sex is something that binds you guys together. It gives you guys that love for each other, that after you have sex, you have the ease to talk about things that you might have been tense to talk about, you know, during the course of the day or the course of the week. It softens the atmosphere for you to talk about problems that you might have gone through with your partner. It softens the atmosphere for you guys to express your griefs over certain issues to each other without necessarily getting angry or raising your voice, because that is just what sex does. Sex binds you guys together spiritually. Your mind, your intellect, your blood, your body, your flesh, your soul is bind with each other when it comes to you guys having sex, or after you guys have had sex, or when you guys are having sex. So do not, if you're married and you have already started feeling that urge of, oh, I don't want my husband today, oh, may even just touch me today, why Papa got up, why come back, may even just touch me, and you're sleeping like this and you're praying that his hand should not even touch you. If you've already gotten to that level in your marriage, you need to pray about it, because sometimes it is not normal that you don't feel that urge again. What happened? to that spark? What happened? What happened to that spark? What happened? What happened to who you guys used to be? You know, before you were getting married, people were going back to back, and going and praying for forgiveness. But now that it is right to do it, now that it is a commandment for you to do it, now that it is his right or her right to have sex with you, you don't want to give it to them anymore. Well, I accept that there are days that one partner might not be in the mood to have sex. The Bible provides provision for that. You have to seek consent from the other partner, because you don't have the right to deny your body to each other. It is not in your place to say, I don't want to have sex today. It is not in your place as the man or the woman. But if you don't feel like having sex, you both can communicate. So even the Bible recognizes communication when it comes to sex. You both can sit down and talk about it, and you're like, see, today, maybe you just had a rough day, or maybe you just had some bad news and you don't feel like, oh, I'm not really in the mood mentally. My head is not in the right place for us to, go down this road today. And your partner might understand. Your partner should understand. You guys should always communicate with each other. If your partner as well doesn't want to have sex, you should not take that and carry it on your head. Except that has been ongoing. That is why you will hear some women say, oh, they touch me again. That one means say he cheat on me, he get another woman. Maybe the man is not actually cheating, but maybe how can I put it? Maybe the spark that was in his wife that used to turn him on is no longer there. And the man, has not communicated that to his wife. He has not told his wife that, hon or darling, see, this is what you used to do when we just got married, and it was making me get over you all the time when I see you. But right now, I don't feel it anymore because this is how you're doing things. What I'm saying is that keep that thing that made your man come to you all the time, that made him rush over you. It might not be that he's cheating. It might just be because you have really, really, really thrown yourself and you don't have time for yourself again. Same goes to men. There are men who, before they got married, they used to have clean haircuts. They used to dress very smartly. They used to smell, very nice. I think every girl likes a man who smells very, very good. When they got married, they started dressing like bad boy. They will not shave their hairs for 4 months. They will not brush their teeth. They will not cut, they will not do anything that will bring that thing that will make a woman feel like, oh, this is my man. They will not spray anymore. They don't have time for themselves, and they come to bed smelling all sweaty. So a woman no longer wants to give in herself, and when you touch her, she's like, When you touch her, she's like, and you say, oh, my wife is seeing another guy, there's another guy hitting her. And you don't know that it's actually your fault. It's actually you who is pushing her away. So guys, if you're married and your sex life is going down, constantly down, and your sex life is constantly going down the drain, like it is never going up, it keeps going down, it might not be because your husband is cheating or your wife is cheating. It might just be because you have lost that touch of what made you guys click and what made you guys over each other. You might have just lost that which you had, or you might not be communicating what makes you sexually active, or you just might have not known your sex drive to effectively communicate it to your partner. You should try to explore your sex life to know what excites you and to know what takes you to satisfaction. So guys, this video was all about sex. I hope you have learned something, and I hope this excites your marriage more. I hope this helps build your marriage more, and I hope that if you're thinking of getting married, you and your partner will think about this and explore yourselves when you guys get married, to make sure that you get the best of each other and never get tired of each other. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Like it, subscribe to my channel for more good and interesting videos, and God bless you.